Hello gang and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I'm enjoying these episodes and I hope you are too, and thank you to everyone who last time out spotted the thumbnail being taken in the game. Maybe we'll play Spotto again today. It seems like a fun game, and maybe if I get the merchandise up and running this year, I can do some giveaways for people who are first in best dressed. But we'll see about that down the track. In the meantime, I love your comments, so keep them coming. We've got a lot to crack on with today. We've got to fix the line that we put in last time out. Remember, we wanted to put in the shunting lines and we wanted to double it to get the con mats going up and down it as well. Well, on top of that, I've got a bit of an idea. Can we go at 2 times? I just want you guys to see this lovely drive through around the bridge into the tunnel through the mountains here. It's actually really nice. I'm going to go back to 1 now. It's actually a really cool little drive. So today, like I said, con mats have got to be shifted out. We've got an adjustment to do with the food line because we're not actually producing food for peppercorn, and there's one good reason, so we'll go through that. The eagle-eyed people last time, if you watched the train ride, you might have seen when we pulled in, that truck stop back there was jam-packed, no one moving. I've cleared that up and decongested the line that was going in there and stopping everything. So that's done as well. What else are we doing? Well, we're building a rail yard / another freight depot on the other side of Luna Bay, and we're going to connect up our two freight yards at Luna Bay. So we're going to do some rebuilds, readjustments of the freight depots and yards, and we're going to get them linked up so we can get a nice big freight hub working up at this Luna Bay area that can feed into the rest of it. And I think what we'll do is we'll end up putting a rail yard, a proper rail yard up at Luna Bay here as we'll fit it all in. How good is this drive through the mountains with this forestry section? I just friggin' love it. I think I just love it. It just seems like we're in the mountains, like just this tight little road. I'm all about it. Anyway, do we want to have a look at what I'm talking about today? Yes, Ham, we do. This is where we were. So, like I said, the con mats are working brilliantly. That's fine. This here, you can see here, consumers. We've got no consumers. We should have peppercorn here as one of our consumers. Well, we don't. Because this is not actually talking to that. This is talking to the rail station, but this is not talking to that. So I was gonna lift it and shift it, but we're going to actually rebuild this whole thing. This is where we're going to build the second freight and rail yard over here, and then we're going to get both of these talking to each other. And because at the moment we're only buying trains literally from down at the port here, I want to put in a slightly bigger rail yard to go with it. Now there is an opportunity to put it over here and send it over via bridge. There is a lot of space out here, but I think we will not do that. We'll just truck stuff as we need it over, and that will suit that, because we can probably start getting some stone down here as well, which is quite good because we've got the stone in there. We're not using this one. This one can actually get sent down here. So we'll keep that in the back of our pocket for a little bit later, so we know that that's going to be something we can utilize for Turner, potentially there, and Luna Bay is getting fed 140 of its con mats. Right, intro done. Are we ready to go? Lock yourselves in, gang. We are in for a exciting episode today of building. We haven't even got to the decorative stuff that I want to do in a while because we're too busy playing and doing some fun stuff today. Okay, so let's hit pause. Okay, let's hit the pause button, because the first things we've got to do is we've got to figure out this rail yard here. When it talks to this one over here, I'm actually going to rebuild this, and we probably are going to send the train. No, I'm thinking it might. Is it best to plug into this one or come over the top of it in there, or should we come around the back? And I think what we might do, we might send it through this valley here and around into there. That could be a bit of fun. So, which means that we'll have a link up to here and a link up to there, which I think will be better. So first things first, I'm going to actually, where is my train at the moment? I probably could have just looked. If it's in here, it is. I'll leave it in at that station. If I get it into the station, it's going to make things a heck of a lot easier. It does actually make money when it lands. You can see here it does make money eventually. All right, I'm going to leave that there. The Commats line was doing pretty well also, I'm pretty sure. No, not quite, but we'll fix that. Right, so it only just went in last time. It hasn't really run that much, but we'll get it sorted today. We'll get everything running nice and profitable, and we'll get everything working and talking properly as well. Okay, so straight away, I'm instantly just going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to take out this. We're going to take out all of this. And I know what you're thinking, Ham, you just spent all that time last time putting it all in and getting it working. I know, but look, sometimes you got to go back 5 steps to go forward in the right direction that you want to go. Does that make sense? Not really. It's not how the saying goes either. To walk, you first must crawl. That's not the right saying either. What saying should we use for this then? I don't, maybe just give up on the sayings. All right. Oh, by the way, the other thing, and I wanted to do this when you guys were in here. The other thing I put in Sandbox. Look, we're not really worried about money. I'm not cheating money, which is probably why you'd use Sandbox. What I do want to do is I want to move this construction materials plant that I spoke about last time out, but I didn't have Sandbox installed. I've gone and put Sandbox mode in so we can move this this Conmats factory. I want to move it closer to town. I want this peppercorn to be a sort of industrialized, out in the bush sort of town. It is up in the mountains over this lovely, beautiful, big cliffside river. So we want to make use of it. And I think what I want to do is I want to put the Conmats yard in here. So before I take that one out, I'm going to go ahead. I don't want to add extra stuff into the game. I want to actually just move it. All right. So let's just say that they're rebuilding. It's the 80s. They're going to rebuild. Also, we are going to progress time a little bit soon. We want to do some upgrades around the map just to bring everything up to maybe 50s to 80s onwards. We do have some Flying Scotsmen still hanging about, which I want to keep one in service and then put some other proper trains on there. One thing I wanted to bring your attention to with the Sandbox is we do have the ability to put gas stations in. How brilliant are these, right? These gas stations. There's the one on the end here as well. We regularly use this one, but the difference with these ones is you actually have to deliver fuel to them, right? You can deliver fuel, food, and goods, and it actually works as a service station. And I think we should do it. I think we should look. We don't have one out here. Potentially, I think we should do it. What do you think? I think we should just put one in. And it could live like here, you know. It needs to well, what about a smaller one? I do like some of these cool little smaller ones. Look at this thing. A 60s and 70s gas station. That's a 40s and 50s. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 60s, 70s, 50s. I think if it was built in the 70s, it makes more sense, does it not? What do you deliver to that one? It's fine. That'll be totally good. It doesn't need to be perfect. Like in the world, nothing's ever, unless they're trying to build something perfect. You know, like engines, you have to be quite perfect for that. But nothing is ever perfect, especially when it comes to terrain and roads and that sort of stuff. There's always drive-ins. But I think that's going to work really well as a little service stop along the way. And you can see, yeah, it requires fuel. Did that have to? Yeah, so eventually, you can switch out what you want to have. That's pretty good. We'll leave it at fuel at the moment. And that's just a little nicety. We'll do it for later. We're spending too much time on this. So let's get this Conmats factory moved in here. Like last time out, I said I wanted to move some stuff in here. Well, I left it because I wanted to do this. Now, we're going to, I think the best thing we should do in here is probably flatten everything. Yeah. Okay, sweet. So let's flatten all of that to get ourselves a nice pad in there. So when we're putting the roads in through here, we can get everything talking really nicely without having to worry too much. And I think we can do that now. So let's get our Commats factory in. I will run it. Means we move that there, which is totally fine. How are we going to do that? I think smack in the middle it has to go. Just do that. Don't stuff around too much, Ham. Just get it in place. Give me this road, which should now go straight over to there, which is great. The other thing is, what are we going to do about this station? Because we're going to have to potentially double track it, are we not? How about we do that now? Let's get our Portuguese. We're using the, does it have catenary? It has catenary. I will go ahead and put catenary on both sides of this station. And that's fine like that. Okay, sweet. We do have the access that way, but I do want to have a road in here. Now, the purpose of that was so I could literally, we'll use the town road for in here. So I could just do that. And I know that's very close to where they're pulling in here, but that's okay too. Because we're potentially going to have people build in here, I would assume, or maybe, hopefully maybe some factories. What I will do, I'll just leave that down there so no one builds down there like that. Now that's saying I can't build it, but I'm going to build that anyway. I think that's totally fine. It is gridded, so that's fine. And I will leave some room down this side just in case we have more track we need to put in down here. I'm going to do that too. Okay. Just going to do it. So that's fine. We've got some building in there. Do I want to get a bit of... No, because I've put that in there. It's not really going to help us. How about I can fix that by keeping it double track for a bit before we slip on before the bridge. And I think that will work better for us getting another little bypass. Now, the other cool thing is we probably, instead of doing both just crossings, we could put a little bridge into this place. However, it is only a small country town in the mountains, so I don't think we should. I think we should just leave it as that. And that's totally fine also. Right, so that's got me feeling better about that. I'm going to, firstly, I'm going to put a new truck stop in here. I'm going to use a downtown one. Yeah, I want to use one. I want to use a downtown one, I think. And we're actually going to put it on the back side over here. I'm hoping that will fit in. If not, I should be able to click and build anyway, which I can. Because I don't mind if you can see it's not really touching anything and it's right on the edge there. So I'm okay with that. That's good. So I'm going to tell you now, hey buddy, that one there, manage that line. Now I know that's further away from here. Do I care about that? It is a bit further away, Ham. Why didn't you put the truck stop in here? Yeah. For some reason I had the Commats line confused with the food line. My bad. Give me this. Is there a slight? That's the medium. Is there a slightly? Yeah, I think the bigger one should be the go. And maybe we will put it in here because I think that does fit quite nicely there. You're still it's still far away. That talks to it. You know that, right? You know, that does fit there. And I think I like that. I think I like that. Okay, we got some autosave going on. Right, now I can say to this, hey, manage that line. And we'll say, can you please, at Upper Peppercorn, now come into here. Right, that's brilliant. So that's got that sorted. I can now go ahead and I'm going to take these out and get rid of that. Right, because we don't want to have extra. And I think that's going to be much better suited, and it just adds to the flavor of this mountain town with their Commats factory built in and around their sort of little rail hub they've got going on. We do have this gas station here, which is our truck purchaser, which I'm actually going to get rid of that because we've got this here, which also has a truck purchase now as well. Okay, so we don't need two. The only difference with this one is it accepts fuel. So I think that just adds a nice little bit of whatever. Okay, so that's that move done. That's what I wanted to get done there. Let's head on over here now. I might need to, I want to move this now to my detriment and also to my favor. Having it here is closer to obviously where we're going to be shipping stuff out of this hub. But I'm actually going to move this forestry over to here as well, because I can paint up the forestry and make it look A, like a forestry section, and B, I think what we'll do is put you like about there. Those trees sort of blend in with that, the back of that. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of you, because we're going to put our big rail yard here. Now this well, I think we go ahead and put it over here. I don't think it's as much as once again, to my own detriment, I think having the refinery in part of the town is fine. And so I like that. But I think this well should probably sit over here in its own designated area, and I can paint up all these to make them look like give them mountainy bits and hollows and cut stuff out. That Commats factory should probably move on over here as well to the industrial zone. So we'll go ahead and move a couple of things around today, just because I think it will help us. It'll help us get the sort of look we want to get in here. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that Commats factory there. Now we do, yeah, and I think here's the decision. To make it harder for myself, maybe I move that from there over to here at Shipman's Cove, and I don't give Turner its own Commats factory. We've got the steel factory here out at Shipman's Cove, and I think we put the Commats factory out of here as well. Now, I don't know if this is going to hurt me later on. I'm not too worried. I just don't want to make it too easy for myself and to keep it within parameters. So I do like I've just been sort of stating, I like to kind of have auto upgrade on input on industry. Yeah. I do like to have my productions look like they're part of the town, but maybe just out of it. If that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and your driveway's there. That's the trouble. I want these to sit like this, right? Slightly come down for me. You could just flatten that. Right. Get them all talking on the same page. Do you want to actually, this industrial park you've got here, I think my dog, he's been a bit upset all morning. I think he finally just did a poopers because he's running around the yard like a crazy dog. And that's when I know he's relieved himself. Yeah, I think we'll run them opposite sides here and we'll get some, actually, you know what would be better? Do a little, okay. Let me just do it. I might just move this factory as well for a sec. Let me get a bit of an industrial park going on here. You know what? I might, oh no, we're not at time-lapse mode just yet. We're only, we're 20 minutes into the episode, Ham. Let me get a nice industrial footing up here in this area for Shipman's Cove. I know I know we're bulk spending a lot of money doing a lot of things today. I'm not concerned about money. Okay. So combat, let's get a grid up. I know, let's put these in and then get the grid up. So this is our combats. Bang. Combats is there, and it was a steel factory that we've got to replace, haven't we? Put that, it was definitely steel, wasn't it? Yes. Right. And I'm going to put this one actually like that. Am I? Yes. I'm going to put the back hanging over the top of the road there. Such. Whereabouts? Can I just look at this town for a second, please? You've got a lot of mixed here. I might be able to weed out the residential to try and... Oh, there's a lot of industrial down in here, though. It's a very mixed town. I was going to say I could weed out the residential and get the industrial to flow out here. We just won't worry. We won't worry. Get rid of that road, please, and get rid of that road. I'll redo those shortly. Let me just get this in place. This is all so we can get Yeah, I'm happy for you to do that. This is also we can get what we want to get over here done today. I just needed to move some things out so we can get built what we want to get built. I want to keep this very structural, very industrial, which we have a lot. There will probably be a few dead-end streets. There'll probably be a few roads like that, which is fine there. Just down to there. It does shift down a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to get another road directly to that drive just there. Through there. Right. And the AI might upgrade these roads as they see fit, but for us, we're just going to do a bit of this like that. Do you want to get that straight off there? And I want to build that anyway because that's going to give me a nice straight road. I'm not going to tuck that down to that road. I'm actually going to shoot that one back to there. And I think that's all we need to do for that gridded section. I could probably, well, we had a road off there. We could probably run this main street, which I think we'll do. Sorry about your house, not sorry. I think we'll run that main street there. So maybe straight away we should just upgrade that main road. All right, so we're getting like an arterial road that runs straight from town out to the industrial area. I think that makes a lot of sense for that. We've also got one here, but that only sort of loops into that little cove just there. But it is coming from around there. The only difference is they'll have to do it. What is that? Oh. Sometimes you've just got to take an axe to it, don't you? Don't you? You do. Sometimes the game just... Can you just pop under there? You will actually go under there like that. Yeah, sweet. I don't know what'll fit there, but I don't care really either. Do you want to just do that? And then I think... I was going to do that, but I don't think we should. I'm going to leave that. If you want to build up in here, you can slot a home up in there, but we're not having janky right angle bridges come off there, thanks. This, I will barely accept that, but I'll leave it, okay? Barely. That's that just makes me a little bit... Yeah, I don't mind the kind of little weird streets that the AI puts in. It adds to the, you know, it just adds to it, I guess. Right, so we're done there. We're done with that section. What we're going to do now is get rid of that road because we don't need that. By the way, in case you've missed the live streams when we put this Lunar Bay circuit in, I think it's called, what's it called? Lunar Cove Exchange, right? We do run these Class A3 Flying Scotsmans on here. They're brilliant trains. And they're doing all right too. They're doing all right. They're doing the job they need them to do. They run at a fair pace. I think we should keep one on as a legacy train. It is the 80s. We should probably be running something electric or diesel, but we will keep one on, like I said, as a legacy. What are you, Lunar Bay? Oh yeah, that's the comments. Yeah, that's because we're in rebuild mode. Okay, we're in rebuild now. Having done the rebuild and we've got the refit going on, you can just stay there. Do we want to move you slightly closer to town? Because let's not forget, no, because I think I was going to put some farms and stuff around here. You know, I will just slightly adjust this. I will actually move this food works to be just in here. So I really like that road. I really like how that road's gone in. So I'm going to line this up. Right, that's where it goes. And I'm going to say build anyway. And I know that's done some funny things to that road. That's fine. We will get to fixing things up later. It'll get there. Can you just plug that into there? Sweet, that's done. You got a little bit of a kick at the end, but that's fine. That's all done now. That's a better spot for that. And I can do up some nice... I still want to do some slight little farm work stuff here. Why don't you stop talking about it and just do some of it? Yeah, because I do that and we run out of time. Okay, you know, people have got place to be, things to do, things to see. Just take some of that out. In fact, take all that crap out of there. By crap, do you just mean rocks and stuff? Yeah, I do. Also, can we get rid of that old one there? I don't need that. Okay, so I wanted to do all of this with you guys so you know, so you can see it and I'm not just adding things in and giving myself extra resources and stuff. I want you to like be in this with me. We're in this together, all right? I've always said it. We're always in this together. Okay, and then what we do is we come back to here, go paint, and we'll. I've got an idea of how we can do this. Give me the dirt road for a sec. Give me that. Can you actually come flat for me? I'll have another little dirt road just to there, thanks. Can you have that straight? We'll do one out the back. I'm going to build that anyway. That's fine. I'm going to just do this. Yep. And I'm going to do that. I think that that looks really good like that. Now, I'll need to give these guys a, I'm going to give them a large one as well. Where though? Probably like here, because the rail yard is going to come around this way. So that's got a connection point. Should you do it off the main road? Yeah, probably should be off the main road, shouldn't it? I'd love to be able to switch the driveway around. No biggie. It can be like that. I just didn't want the driveway to be that close, but I think that's okay. In here, what we want to do now is we want to get this paint tool. Now, we don't always have to, like, you've got your wheat, right? Wheat. Oh, there's our wheat tool. Can I just get a little bit of smooth, actually, around here? It doesn't have to be straighty, edgy. Right, there's a tree there. I want to give them their own sort of look farm, so we may as well paint this in now. Right, so like up here, this can be a bit of a wheat field. Right, just to say, in case they get some, you know what, they can just have their own wheat sort of field section there. And then one thing you do to sort of close it off and make it a thing, I won't do it on every road, but what we do is we get our assets, we get the fence one. That one. Grab some old, I'll grab these fences and we're literally just going to go, I'm actually going to go along the road too, you know. I'll come out to there. We'll use the curve for a bit. Like that, finish, line. Right, and that just sort of denotes, and I'll even do it here, where the food factory has their sort of, are we on curve? Thanks. Where the food factory, you've got the fence facing the wrong way too, Ham. I think it's fine. I think we get the idea. Right, and the food factory sort of comes to there. Do you want to... Yeah, I do want to put it all the way down here too. But I'm only going to stop it to there. Yeah, you've got the fence back. Oh, I don't think I do. But it's okay. And I'm just going to do it to there, like that. Right, and to there. I think, you know, that'll do. Finish and do that. But I will actually go ahead and place it like down that side of the road there. Is that road straight? Should be. right? And that's going to give us a bit of, leave these ones open, that's fine. And then look, of course we can go ahead and we can say, well, you know what? This is a food works. Why don't you go ahead and throw in some kind of like silos, you know, I'll paint some stuff in here. And then what's this? This is another sort of factory looking building you can pump in here. Makes it look like a bit more of a food works sort of thing. I think you could pretty much line that barn up. And I can do that. The only trouble is we get the fences come through there. Can I move this slightly? If I get you, I can't get you any closer. Well, yeah, okay. That didn't work. Put that back in where you had it because I liked it there. I sort of liked it there anyway. I'm just going to build you there because you were complaining about stuff. Yeah, I probably could have done this in fast forward, but whatever. I don't know if that, when it upgrades, it does some stuff there. I think what we'll go ahead and do, let me just do a little, I'll just do a 1, 2, 3 and pop, and I'll bring you back in when I've done that. 1, 2, 3. No, hang on. We'll do it from here. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, we are done. Talk about your food works. Let's have a little bit of a look through here before we continue on with the rest of this build. It did take me a little bit of bluffing about, but basically we've got the truck stop in, did some paint work, got in a couple of like just farm areas, because what we've done is we've got like the abattoir sort of section here where we've got all the livestock that gets brought in and they still need a bit of feed, right? So they're going to need some pig feed, whatever gets mixed up and everything like that. We've got some processing sort of stuff looking here, which then feeds into the actual truck stop itself. I've gone ahead and put up these Morrison food work signs, plus these little signs out the front here on each end, right? So on each end, we've got the food Morrison signs I had to custom build up with that sort of stuff back to back. And I think it just ties it off really nicely. To finish off, to stop the AI actually building in here, what I need to actually go ahead and do is put in our don't build tile section. Actually, I could just go ahead and upgrade these rows to player owned too, couldn't I? Player ownership. I don't want to, no, I want this to be dirt road, thanks. I'm going to go ahead. Look, out of safety reasons, I'm going to go ahead and put these in anyway, just to stop the AI building there. You're going to need to be that one, I think. Yep. By that one. And that's going to be a nice big grid. Let's just bring it up in the air so we can see it. This just adds a collision tile so the AI doesn't build there. Can you knock that down just a smidge for me? Thanks. And can I get that longer? And then all we do is we just go ahead and we sink you down. I'm going to build anyway. I'm going to build anyway. I'm going to build anyway. I'm going to do this anyway. Right? And that'll just stop them trying to build in here and take over this lovely little farm area that I want to leave here for our Morrison's Food Works. But that's that. Okay, we can look at all that later as the trucks are driving in and out, but you can let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you like the style of me just popping in the decorations, or do you want to see some of the decorations? You can let me know down in the comments section down below. I'm happy to hear. Now, this section here, we're going to have to take that road out shortly. I'll get over to that shortly as well. Take that back. We will need to have that connection point down under there, but whether or not we connect to that way or we use a connection through this way. Ooh, that's going to be interesting how we're going to go about that. Right. Let's do a bit of grading. Degrading? No degrading, thanks. Can I take it from... Can you get me this train line here, please? Nice and flat. I'm going to take my... Even though I just deleted that, I know. Don't care. Shush. All right, we're going to take the height off that, are we? Yeah. That's our height running through here now. Yeah, okay, good. All right, let's go and do that. All right, nice big pad area that we need for working in. I think I did some damage over here. No, it's fine. Now you can take that back, thanks. And quite simply, I'm not going to put, am I going to put the station in now? It could, station could come right here. Come out of the tunnel straight into the station. Sure, let's have a look at that. If we can, please. We'd have to go with we're gonna have to go with something half decent. I want to have 3. That. Switch it around for me. It should talk to our Morrisons. That should give me plenty of distance. What I need there. Do I want to have it directly on this road? It is a main highway road. It should probably sit off just a touch, shouldn't it? So go ahead. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and run me. Because there's our train thing just there. We want to have the ability. Can you run me parallel road? Thanks. And run me a parallel road. Yeah, about a road's width in between is good. Yeah, I think so. And then we'll just continue that road there to there, and that one there to there. Now, I actually don't mind the fact that these roads continue on a little bit, so I'll do that. I might be able to shift that line over just a touch as well. You're not playing the straight game there, buddy. I don't probably need to put these out here, but I'm going to just to there. Just gives me a working width and distance I need. That makes me slightly happier about that. This will plug in straight there. That feels better also. Are you talking to that? You are, so that's a good start, and you're talking to that also. Now, because this is the food works, it's also handling some other stuff as well. Do I care, or do I want to get a truck stop in here for them also? I don't think we need to at the moment, so I'm not going to. Right. I might have this too close this way for what I want to do. Can I get you to talk there? Yes, you're not that far. You're like just there, so that still talks. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So what we need to do here, we need to get a very nice circle. I'm aware that I also need to upgrade that station's tracks. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. You've also got catenary in there. I can fix all that later. I'm going to take the innermost circle there, and we're going to go to 65. I'm going to go to 70. Also, are you just not... Oh, you are. Okay, sweet. Then we're going to go straight. Take you, and we're going to go to 70, aren't we? I don't want you plugging in there, actually. I want you doing the same as you did here. That should line up with that. How much of a wobbly woo is there? Ay caramba. Thought I had it. I never had it though, did I? Try that again. I might be able to do this actually. If I take you, if I get you as my 70, take you straight ahead, and then we take this one around. To there. That's now going to allow me to do this. Right? That should allow me. Right. Lovely. There's our little circuit. looks like something you've got under the Christmas tree, I know, but that's the whole rhyme and reason for it. This, yeah, still doesn't work. Give me another outer loop. I don't know if this is the right way to be doing this at the moment, but for the moment, it's what we are doing. And then this probably will keep going that way. Right, and then this will come down into here. So we'll take it from about here up. At what point does that look acceptable or not look acceptable? I think that's fine, and we have to do the same thing at the other end. So this is where our train line here will change up shortly because it's now going to feed off. We're going to need to take you right back to here because you're probably going to have a double split system. This road's going to have to go, but what we're essentially doing now is taking you straight through that way, you straight through that way, and we're going to do the same thing we did there, but up here. So we're going from about here. So how about we do it from this way, thanks, just so I can get a bit of a smoother edge. Right, that's pretty good there. Are you going to worry about this inside track coming out this way? No, I'm not, because if we need to get around on that inner one, it can do a loop or something. Are you sure you're happy with that? No, actually, I've got a better idea. Got a better idea. Would it perchance involve doing something that I think you're about to do? It would indeed. This is good because that's the direction we need to head. The road's going to have to move for us, not the other way around. We're actually going to send this up into there. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. All right. It's super fun. And then the same will happen down that end. And that gives us our ability for everything to talk as it needs or should or will or could. Okay, sweet. So we've got that sorted. We now have the ability to use multiple stops in here when we need them, how we need them, whatever we're going to do. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need because these are, we've got a short shunting one here. We actually don't, our grain train can actually just go and back in and set up. And I might even set it up to do that. Any other trains that come in this way will potentially come around, land in and head back, right? So that's fine. Get this plugged in here now, if you can, please. Do that last. Right, let's go. We've now got this sort of set up how we want to do. I haven't changed any tracks or anything yet. We're not going to. We've got that road there taken out. Let's go ahead now and punch in what we want to punch in here. So actually, how about we go ahead once again, let's get rid of all the trees and stuff. We can look, trees and rocks and decoration stuff can come after. Structural, yeah, and then we can see bits of road that are left laying around in here as well. Not to mention it just makes the smoothing gun brush work a little bit better when you don't have trees around. Okay. That's going to help that. Get our terrain tool. Let's go back to the flattening section. And we're going to grade ourselves a nice big area in here. We've got a bit of track running around the back there. I kind of like the idea of having a bit of a mountain here. So you know what? I know this is going to rinse the money. However, I don't care. So I do kind of want to get in a bit of a natural, I want it to be like a natural sort of barrier here. It's a lot of money doing that, but I kind of want that. And I can redecorate and organize that and make it look better later. And I've spent a bit of money doing that. And I'll even do it to there, right? Just gives the town a bit of a natural buffer against the rail yard we're going to put in here. Right. Let's get a station in. We're going to go with a nice big six burner station here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce you to 240, and for good reason. We're actually going to go like this. You got to get this right straight off the bat, Ham. We've got more length that way, haven't we? It makes sense to have it this way, but we've got more length running. Huh. Yeah, this was the plan, okay? So the plan was to actually, you probably should put the rail in, but it doesn't matter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do, do, do. You just take that bit of road out. I think it'll help us. Yeah, okay. Like that. Look, I know it seems like a lot of area, but for what I want to do, it's possibly just enough. Right. This road's also throwing me off. We'll make it a bit more coastal, I think. We'll make it a bit more coastal down here. I'll just take a little bit more liberty with the terrain. Now, it just allows me to think clearly. I don't want to eat too much of the lake away. I like having the lake and having to work around it a bit. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go like, now you are there. Then I was going to do that, which was trying to tell me I couldn't. And that gives us 2 station. Nah. I'll tell you what, just configure that one. I was going to potentially do it, but let's just see how long we can extend this one. Right, let's hope we don't have to move that rail yard there. Next, or that freight station. Next, yeah, I do want some track now. Thanks. Okay, so once again we'll try and employ the same tactic of running that way, except I need you at 100. Straight through. We'll try and do the same thing that we've done here. If I just go ahead and delete that bit. It didn't really want to do that, did it? If I just do that, is it going to give me a bit of grief here? No, but you should be able to see where you're lining it up. Like there. Oh, you're putting all this on an eyeball. It didn't quite work out. Wonder if I just take that out now and I can get that to work. Is it going to have a slight kink in it? Probably. Nope. It's good. All right. Sweet. Oh, you got a little bit of tunnel there. Do you care? Don't care. Now, here's the thing. We're going to run the same ploy around, okay? Because we want all the tracks to talk to each other. So you have to use the outside ones to do it. How are you going to do the next phase of it? Good question, well asked. What we're going to do here, we're going to do something a little unique, all right? Something a little different and something I've never really done before, and that is give me this. I like that. I do really like that building. Yeah, modern plus plus. What's the modern plus? It comes out both sides. Brilliant. Okay. Track type. We're going to leave it. Catenary. I'll leave the catenary in it as well. I like that first one. Okay. Line that up with over here. Right. Number 1, done. Now, I kind of like this as well because it's a really nice big station. I'm going to get you to talk to that there. All right. Now, I know this is overkill, but I want this to look legit and nice and big. What I plan on doing, I don't think the trains will run through the middle of it, but we can always switch some tracks here. But basically, what I want you to do is that. You can actually marry up. Yeah, okay. If we come through here, I don't mind the bigger station, then you talk to that. Thanks. Right, and then this one will follow suit. I don't mind the big tunnel coming through that mountain there. Like that. Good. And then we'll do the same over here where you run flat by yourself for a bit. And then you marry up here to about there. Then come around. Right. Yes. It might. This is all subject to change if the logistics of this don't work, but I always like trying just new different things. What I'm essentially just going to do is if these trains, they're probably not going to roll through that center there, but I probably would just get the lines to just basically do this, right? And then vice versa. I'll leave it for the moment. These ones here, you can not do the same there. Do you have... No. That's fine. I don't need you to come out that side because what I planned on doing here, okay, very different, is potentially where you come in here, something like this, please. Right, like this, please. Yep, brilliant. And in fact, give me those two to there. Give me that one to there. Right, and that all talks, which is great and groovy into there. We still have the outside tracks here, I'm aware. These are going to have to shoot down that way. Cool. Can I also get you to do that? Thanks. Nice and straight before we bend up and go that way as a thing. And then you're also going to have to, right now, you're also going to have to do this. So, yeah, you can play. Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, that's fine. You can actually do this. Now, are you going to be better off coming from the central ones and then we do what we just did then? Might have to move that road up there too. It might just be in the way for what we want to do here. But it also may just work. So if I bring you from the center one, right, we can do the same tactic here. All right, that's looking good. So that's all working. That's all working. However, this track here still needs to be able to feed up into this way, which we can do that now by... We always work from the center. All right, so when we work from the center, we can then do that also. At what point? I'll just bring you to there then. Now, it looks like a lot. It is a lot. But it's going to be great. The more chaos, the better. I want to fix that up. So I just don't like that as much. Want that to be a bit of a smoother transition there. I should be able to plug that into there. However, I don't think it's going to allow me to. Well, it's just not a great transition. I think that's fine. That's fine for what we want to do. Oh, man, that's a lot of chaos. But you can see we've got 4 tracks feeding into 2 tracks everywhere. Okay, that does work. And we've still got to have the ability for these to cross here. So we need you. I don't know if this will work so much, but it depends which way I'm going to roll this around. I think we've got to come in this way. Which would mean if that doesn't work, it would have to be a bypass like that. Right, same here. I could probably put in some kind of a crossing there, like a cross section, but I'll leave it for the moment. Because, well, the tracks have the ability to switch up here, though, you know. Oh, look, we'll worry about the logistics of the track later. But now we do have the ability, which I'm more excited about, to get trains in here. Can you just come to that bit there? Yep. Bring these all out to the same length. And we're going to do something fun out here. Oh, you're having a bit of a conniption here, aren't you, mate? You just don't want to marry up there. We can go ahead and put some train cars and stuff out here, decorative stuff, you know. Chuck in just a nothing line there, right? Just a parking line. And we get that one. Right. Good. And then we get this one. Do the same thing there. Right. Good. And then all we do is we take, because our furthest line here, which is that one, we're simply going to take you from there, bring you up to there. So you will be coming there to that spot. Right. Holy moly. And then you've got to come up and you've got to eventually tuck into there, which we could be a little, it might have to run from about here then. That works. Very complex system, I know. I need you guys to line up. Holy moly, we got there in the end, I think. It's done. Yes, I'm aware of all the weeds, but that's all looking good through there. That flows. Yeah, we're getting there. This is going to be a work in progress. And then the other side here, look, we still need to get this off and running this way. So let's get this connected back up now. A bit of a different, we're going to have to go something slightly different through here. Now we've got a bit of track here and we've got that there. We'll be heading, we're kind of going to need to cut straight through that way, I think. Now, if you slightly come up for me, That's going to allow us to build a bridge and get over it. Okay, gang, so we've had to break into a bit of a time lapse here just so we can push through some of this build. So I'm just going to explain to you what's going on here. We are basically at two different heights where we're working now and up near the quarry. We're at about 100 meters up the quarry and about 4.9 here. You'll see me check out the heights here shortly. The other thing is that the refinery down here is in the way, so we'll move that now and get that lifted and shifted out of the way. We'll keep it pretty much in the same spot, but I just wanted to make a little bit more room. So up here, you can see me checking out the heights. Yep, I know now that I need to come up. So I don't want to have bridge all the way through here. We want to keep a bit of dirt area through here. And then up here at the quarry end, I want to keep this track fairly flat around the corner before we break down into a slight downward slope. Now, it does roll downhill, so it makes the track look like it rolls on a really big roller coastery bit. And I know that's a lot of rolling words, but that's kind of how it felt. It felt rolly. So I do a little bit of landscaping, which actually helps take it out and fix it up and lift it up. Also, the other thing up here is we're going to do a little bit of mountainous work otherwise we've got that infinity pool look where it just drops over the edge for infinity. So we just cap it off with a little bit of mountain. As we roll past on the trains, it'll just give it a better look, lift up that dirt, and it should take a bit of the roll out of the line, and all is good there. Next job we're going to have to do down here as we smooth out a little bit more is we're going to have to look at doing the split off from the bridge here down to the freight yard and the rail yard. Now we've got a direct drive in, but I also want to have a way in and out otherwise. It takes me a couple of goes to do this. I end up putting it in just to the two outside lines to get it done. The other thing is I have to go back and readjust the bridge split off because it was in derailment mode. So we'll have a look at that shortly. And then that's pretty much it for the time lapse, just to get some of this build done. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, I want that there, like that. I like that, the tunnel underneath it. That's fine. Totally fine. And then just once again, get our smoothing gun. Actually liked a bit of stuff coming through there. Hang on, I want to rehash that just a sec. Rehash it? No, shut up. You know what I mean? I want to do this. I actually liked a bit of like stuff going on here. You're not using your words very well. And just here, I'm actually going to do this. Build the banks up like that through here. And then just get our smoothing gun, tone it down a bit more. Autosave, I'm trying to do stuff here, mate. Right, you get these lovely banks either side of the train line. I can clean all that up, fix it up later, but it makes things just look a little bit more purposeful. All right, through here, and we'll get this all tidied up. But for the most part, we now have freight and rail yard out here, which needs full connectivity, and we need to put our motorway back in. Like all these are not connected up. Turner and Shipment, they're going to whinge at us because, well, we took their motorway out. If I just go ahead and get this road hook back in, I can get the road hook back in, and we can still get our commats rolling. Okay, tell you what, open cut, thanks. And then we just get you hooked up down to there, and then we'll plug in like that. Yeah. Sure, it'll do for the moment. It'll get fixed. Why don't you just come? Oh, shut up. We'll sort it out later. At least there's a connection. It's only the food and the connection to there that we'd have to worry about. The food wasn't even working anyway, so don't worry. Actually, the train. Oh, Matt, I can just give you back your line. Just say, hey, go from there. You don't have to do much. You just have to go from there to there. You can just shunt. All right? Just shunt. And that's, okay, whatever. God. You're all sooks, okay? You're all bloody sooks. You know what? I'm going to do something fun here. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Give me, this bridge. Yep. All right, everyone shut up now. Stop whinging at me. Right, like I said, next time out, we're going to finish up all this and get this all looking freight yardy and rail yard. We're going to get this finished up. You can see the size difference, so what I needed. I could have even made it bigger, but I might use this for more decorative stuff down here. And don't forget, we've got truck stops. We've got lines that are going to need to come in. More food over here. Oil production going on. So we've got a lot to do in this section of the map. So stick around. Stay tuned. Come on back. So where are we going to train ride today? Truck ride? Train ride. I actually wanted to come over here and I wanted to do a train ride down to our port down here, which we haven't done for a bit. So I know the train, can I have a look at the tool one goes all the way around there. Do the tool one, Ham, do the tool one. Where is this one? Do the tool one. All right, gang, let me know what you think. Whoa, we are running fast. 1 times, thanks. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I haven't done a screenshot for you guys to comment down, but what I want to know is, what do you think of the supermarket, the farm? Food processing farm? Yeah, that's the one. Would you like to see more of those decorative things pop in? Stay tuned. Next time out, we'll continue on with that build and get things rolling again. Have a great day wherever you are. Hug someone that you might love and you might think needs a hug. And if you don't, hug them because maybe you want one. Stay safe. Stay glued to your screen. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Listen, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe if you keep coming back, although I do love the subscriptions. What I will ask you, though, if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like and comment. They're the things that help get our channel. And I say ours because you guys watching, you're part of this channel. It's our channel. It gets our channel out to more people so we can get more people involved in our videos. And the more people we get, the more likes I get, the more likely I am to do back-to-back episodes because it's encouraging. It's all a positive thing. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen. Enjoy the track ride. Get out of here.